Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today's video we're going to be doing a account review slash kind of like just guidance, general guidance for this account. So Chris, level 49, very new player, reached out, needs some help on his account, very new player. So we're just going to do our best and yeah, help him out. He mentioned to me that he's been playing for a month and a half. Some spending has been done, but maybe not too insane spender, but so far I do see some spending done. So let's go over his account real quick. So he's level 49, Chris, we'll call him Chris, 863 player power. Let's see, any shards? No shards. Don't really expect shards from brand new player. Got some packs flying in. Great Hall, he's working on it, so that's pretty good. Win rate is there, not super great. It's Friday and he's only done 37 fights, so definitely way behind on Great Hall progression. It's actually way behind and it's spread out, so this is not the way you want to do your Great Hall. So basically you want your Great Hall to kind of line up with your Arbiter missions. So I believe the Arbiter missions, they ask for, where is he on the Arbiter missions? Did he not start them? What? No, he must have started them, right? Campaign missions, win one of each. This, what? What's 20 out of 4, 6, 9? That means he started it, right? He must have started these. Okay, he must have started. He must be on like the 20th quest. Sorry, the Arbiter missions, they ask you to complete certain amount of to reach certain levels in the Great Hall. To win 10 medals from Classic Arena, 10 Classic Arena. So they do ask you. I don't know where it is. I don't fully recall what it was. Bronze. Oh, they're in the second part. Okay, so anyways, sorry, I did segue a bit, but basically you want to focus on one particular stat, because part of the missions is you want to have one stat up to 10, and then you also have to have, I believe, 3 stats up to level 6. So there's several missions involved in the Arbiter missions, and usually people build towards that in the Great Hall. So they usually focus on one stat, get that up to 10, or start, or they will get that up to 10, as well as 2 other stats up to, I believe, 6 or 7. So in the end you have 3 that are 6 or above. I believe that will complete the missions. I'm not 100% sure. I was looking for it, I couldn't find it, but definitely don't spread out like this. Also, the attack stat in the beginning is very low value because it only functions on attack based champions. You only benefit from attack based champions. So I don't know if you know, but attack stat only benefits attack based champions. It literally does nothing for HP or defense based champions. So that's why this column is totally like not great in the beginning. It's definitely not something that you want 3 of them in. HP is okay, defense is okay, crit damage is okay, but definitely you want accuracy, I would say, in the beginning. Resistance is also super useless in the beginning because you can't stack them up high enough for it to matter. The resistance is something that you don't focus on in the beginning. It's going to be accuracy and crit damage. Those are the 2 stats that you kind of want in the beginning to focus on, in my opinion. Everything else is just extra noise to confuse you, and this game doesn't help in explaining those things. So it's definitely something to look out for, especially if you guys are new to the game. It's Forge, nothing's in Forge, everything's forged out. Makes sense. That means his faction wars is probably non-existent. 22 stars in Barbarian. Hey, that's not bad. Oh, he has a 60 Alsgore. Okay. Yeah, so that's good. So basically in faction wars, like, you definitely want to do as much as you can, get as high as you can, but your roster is going to be pretty limited, especially in the beginning. So not something that I would expect a level 49 to have done. Doom Tower, first couple levels, that's good. Good to see. Good to see he's tackling the first couple levels. Scarab. Scarab's a pain in the butt. You definitely need some very specific champions to do Scarab. So I think that's probably the end for Chris on Doom Tower. Clan boss. Clan boss, where's Chris? Here you go. He's 2 keying hard with this lineup, which is like really good. It is a really good lineup. Why is he 2 keying hard? Alright, so that's gonna make an interesting video. Alright, moving on. Hydra, is he doing anything on Hydra? I don't expect him to do anything. He's not. Okay, that's fine. Alright, and then blessings. Don't tell me you put money into blessings. He has a lot of things blessed. Don't put money into blessings. If you're brand new, don't put money here. Do not. Do not. It is a trap. It is a trap. Alright, so let's see. He's opened this up. Nope, he hasn't opened this up. Alright, you need to open this up. This shop, this market, is basically you come here to buy mystery shards. So I came here to buy your 2 mystery shards, and I didn't realize that you didn't open this up. But open this up, because at the beginning of every month, you get 5 ancient shards added to the market, and they show up periodically. So you have a chance to pick up 5 ancient shards for, I believe they cost 200,000 each. So relatively affordable, but they're ancient shards. And you always want to come to the market to double check for mystery shards, and then you just buy them because you need to stack them up. Because you need mystery shards. You only have 95. You need mystery shards to complete events, training events, summon events, especially in the beginning when you need to build food. So that's something to look out for. You definitely need to build, open this up, and then check here every time you log into the game. Every hour, check it, and then start buying your mystery shards. He did pick up the Forge Pass, so he paid for the Forge Pass. That's good. Forge Pass is decent. It's decent value. It gives you 6-star gear potentially. So it does give you some decent value. Give you big glyphs. Definitely don't waste these. Don't waste the glyphs. Don't waste any of this stuff. Like this stuff you just don't get. Like you won't be able to get these for a long time, like on a brand new account. So don't waste these big glyphs. Like this chaos ore. You don't waste those. These materials, you ideally want to wait for charms. So you want to wait for rarity charms. You want to wait for, yeah, these things, rank and rarity charms, so you can boost up the possibility of you getting something good. So that's going to be the first thing. Because this set's actually pretty good. The Forge Pass set, it's pretty good. Especially in the beginning. Well, speed boost is good. But resistance is not going to be super useful for you in the beginning. But if you're going to buy a Forge Pass, it's decent value. Let's see here. Where are you at? Yeah, I mean, if it's at all possible, you should try to complete all your advanced daily quests so that you can build towards your monthly sacred, monthly void, stack energy. You're super overcapped on energy right now, so I guess you just don't have time to play, which is a big problem. Okay, yeah, this is really, I guess, purchases. These are purchases that you can't spend because you don't have an arena team. That's a lot of tokens. Like this can all go into the Great Hall. Please don't let this expire. Please don't let this expire. Like this is all, oh my god, so many. So many, don't let it expire. It's gonna expire. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Okay, arena is gonna be something that we definitely focus on. So let's look at the champions. Let's look at the champions. Let's see what we're working with. Okay, let's sort by, let's check out the vault. Anything in the vault? Nothing, just rares. Okay, rares, food. Okay. Alright, so we're working with this Artek. He's gonna be a super strong carry. You already got a 1-star brimstone. That's huge. This build, this gear, not gonna work, man. 100 speed, that's not gonna work. He literally has 0 speed on him on all his pieces of gear. Nope, it's not gonna work. 156 accuracy is good for up to dungeons, up to dungeon 15 maybe. You generally want 10 accuracy per dungeon level, and 150 accuracy is probably good up to like brutal clan boss. but this speed is just horrendous. Like this speed needs to be like doubled. So yeah, the speed needs to be doubled. Let's check out this gear. I mean, it doesn't matter what the gear is. He's rocking level 16 3-star gear. Like this is like an absolute waste of time. Like 3-star gear gets eclipsed instantly by 4-star gear, 5-star gear. Even subpar 4-star gear will surpass this. Yeah, you don't take these to 16, it's a waste of silver. You take these to 12, and then as soon as you get something that's slightly better, you just upgrade. You're focusing on sets. Like these pieces, like this 5-star shield's okay. You're focusing on stacking the sets so you can stack HP, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it's in the beginning, it's very hard to make sets work because you just don't have good pieces in all the sets that you want. So at this point, you just want stats. You want the correct stats, and the set is mostly irrelevant unless you need it for something very specific. Like if you need lifesteal for a clan boss, then yes, you need lifesteal regardless of the stats. So it really depends on where you want to use it. I see you have 6-star relentless gear. That's great. 6-star gear is just massive. Like that's actually a decent piece. Actually, this is a good piece. This one's okay. Anything with speed on it will be huge. That's good. That's okay. That's not good. Anything with speed is good. This is good. Yeah, there's tons of work you can do here. Like what? Okay, oh my goodness. 16 flat stat boots, 16 flat attack. Oh man, okay. I'll tell you this right now. These pieces, glove chest boots, if you see non-percentage stats, they're basically goners. All of this, 85 pieces, they're all gone. I see you have some level 16 pieces. The only reason you keep these pieces of gear is if you plan to use chaos ore on them to change their stats in the future. Obviously this is like an advanced tactic that you're not going to use, but and the only other instance where you want to keep flat stat bottom pieces is if the set bonus is more important than the flat stat here, this main stat. So for example, if you have a speed set, okay, boots not going to cut it, but sorry, for example, like if you had I don't know, like you don't have the right sets, but usually the sets we're talking about is speed or perception. So perception, okay, for example, accuracy. If all you cared about was accuracy on this set, you don't care about this main stat, then that's acceptable. Like let's say this rolled, accuracy only, and that's all you care about, then sure, you can keep it. But otherwise, this is like all these pieces of gear are like instantly sold. You don't look at them twice. Okay, so that's going to be a huge thing for you. I mean, I'm going to do that right now for you. Yeah, I'm going to do that right now. You don't need this. This is just like visual noise, to be honest. Like you don't need any of this. Yeah, I'll tell you that right now. Like relentless piece, you can make an argument. I don't know why you would keep this. It's all junk. You know what? I'm gonna let you do that because I don't want to do anything you're not comfortable with. But all that's gone. So I'm gonna tell you that all that's gone. So I can see right now, like you have 60s. 60s is great. You need 60s for your first dungeon team, your first clan boss team. But there's a huge problem with gear, and there's a huge problem with gearing just with this R-Tech alone. So we can keep going here. Alsgore, he has no speed. So no speed. He has no books. Like that's kind of normal, no books. I see 3 books here. So basically, like another advice is like when you have books that you can't fully book out champions, don't book them yet, because having 10% extra damage on R-Tac on his A2 doesn't matter at all, and having only 3 books in here doesn't matter at all. You were looking to try to get 2 books in here and get super lucky, but the odds are you're not going to, and then these 3 books is basically wasted. So instead of having like 3 books in here, you could have saved those 3 books for another champion. You have Bad Al fully booked. Wow, that's really nice. Bad Al with no accuracy, that's awful. Because he's not going to be able to place any of these debuffs. He can't place poisons, so he's not going to do any damage. So he's just here to heal and boost healing and boost damage if they have poisons on them. So he needs a poisoner with him to have his passive work. So otherwise he's just healing and removing debuffs. Like he might as well be like a spirit host. Spirit host might be better than Bad Al. He's slow. He's way too slow. So that's not going to work. Oh man, all these 3-star level 16s, man. That's so much silver wasted. Unreal. Rhonda, he's in the login in the login lifesteal gear. That is fully ascended. Wow. Fully ascended 13 res. Why? Why, man? You don't need this. She's in the best gear because the login lifesteal gear is actually good. It always has preset rolls, right? So it's always crit rate, it's always attack chest, it's always speed boots. So you always have a decent set of lifesteal gear. She's in the best gear. She doesn't require accuracy. I don't know if you know that, but she doesn't require accuracy. So this stat worked. Speed is good because she has speed boots on. Make sure all your champions have speed boots. That's very important. Because you can tell with Artak, he has no speed. Bad Al has no speed. Probably no speed boots. Yep, no speed boots. Like you're looking at sets, right? You're trying to complete sets, but what you want to do is you want to hit stats. You want proper stats so you can complete content. Okay, and Rhonda basically by default will hit those stats based on the gear that she has given to her from the login. So that's why she's the best geared right now. Skull Crown in regen, no speed, no damage, no hope. Skull Crown's a nuker. This is not nuking stats. These are, yeah, this is not going to work at all. So Skull Crown's basically useless. KO, no accuracy, can't do anything, so he's not landing poisons. So literally no one is landing poisons. He's fully booked, which is fine. That's good. But literally no one is landing anything. Yikes. Lich, super slow, leftover gear probably useless. No speed, useless. Yeah, 3-star gear. Oh man, never seen so much 3-star gear ever. Sorry, I've never seen so much 3-star gear. Okay, yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, so just looking at this, a quick look at the epics here. Seeker, excellent. That's good. That's gonna be useful in the future. Taragi also very solid. Miscreate Monster is also very solid. Crimson Helm is like a bombo answer. If you get desperate, Roll Guard's excellent. Late game champion. The rest of these are just kind of like meh. Like food, like really bad. So it looks like you're ready. You're building up food. Fane's good. You're building up food. Agatune's good. Sandlash is good. You're building up food for your next champions. You got 2 owl scores. How does that happen? Okay, so these levels on these, I don't know. You don't need a second owl score, but sure, you can build him as a 50 and chill. Second KO at 50, I guess, for faction wars is usable. This one should not be. I don't know. You should stop on this guy right away. And he's fully booked. And he's fully booked. You got 2 fully booked KOs. Why, man? You got, and then this one is not booked. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Is Skullcrown booked? Okay, Skullcrown can be useful. Okay, just looking at this roster. Artak's your main man. Bad Al's fully booked. Rhonda is fully booked. So these guys you can use. So Bad Al, Rhonda, even Skullcrown is usable. And then, so your next guy, you're looking at Artak, right? You want to fully book Artak, but he takes a ton of books. So you got 3 here, 4 here, 4 here. So ideally both of these get booked down, the A2 and A3. Alsgore is actually really strong, but you won't be able to fully take advantage of his cooldown, his block damage until later in the game when you actually have gear to build a team properly. It's gonna be a long time from now, but as a general support, he's actually not bad. He heals, and you know, he has an AoE that strips, so it's not too bad. Bad Al's obviously very excellent at team support and team damage, but he needs accuracy. He needs to go fast, and he doesn't need Swift Parry. He doesn't need anything else. He just needs survivability, speed, and accuracy. That's all you need to focus on. Rhonda, in this current build, she's fine. She's not going to do a lot of damage, but at least she's fast. She's not mastered. Are any of these guys mastered? None of these guys are mastered. Who's the campaign farmer? Man. Okay, you need a campaign farmer. Like, I want to say Skullcrown is your campaign farmer, but he is pretty far away from doing anything right now. Like, well, I mean, her gear is totally not working for her. And I think you have too many champions to gear out. So you gotta focus on like main champions. So your main champions right now is Bad Al, Rhonda, Artak for sure. Alsgore probably slips in there, and then probably Skullcrown. And Skullcrown's probably going to be your main, one of your main arena nukers with Rhonda. So she can be, so Skullcrown has the speed aura here. So Skullcrown has the speed aura. 23% speed in arena. This is very important, especially when you're trying to farm. So Skullcrown's going to be your main girl with Rhonda. So both of these guys in your arena teams. In terms of like the rest, the other two, it's gonna be hard. Like, you don't really have much for arena. You could run Sylar. Like putting gear on, like, yes, putting gear on guys make them more useful, but you have to think, if you're putting gear on these guys, you have to pay silver to take them off. So you might as well gear them like properly, so that you can actually use them for more than like a week before you have to take this gear off and pay silver for it. Like, just a general advice, like, that's how you save silver, right? You have to, like, yeah, I know it's tough. Being like, Chris is a mobile player, so this is going to be extremely tough for him. But this account, like, there's a lot of things that need to be worked on, and I don't think being a mobile player really allows him the time to figure things out. So I'm gonna see what I can do, and I'm gonna try to help him out, at least gear somebody out, clean up this vault a little bit, and we'll see what we can do. So I'll be right back. All right, I figured I would do this on camera so everyone can see it. But I'm just gonna gear cleanse this guy a little bit here. So these things are very basic gear cleanses. So all of these bottom row with the flat stats, they can go like instantly. So I'm not even gonna look at these. Like, you can make a case for the Relentless. Like, it's level 16 with HP, you could keep it. But honestly, like, these are really bad. Like, I'm gonna get rid of that. And I'm gonna keep the Righteous gear just because it is a forge set. So he can hold on to these. So you might want to chaos ore these in the future, for example, since these are limited items. I don't want to sell them. And yeah, I'm pretty happy or pretty satisfied with all of these, so all of them can go. So 1.5 million in the bank. Gone. So go back in. And for this account, I'm definitely going to get rid of any 3-star gear. So I'm going to be selling all. I mean, none of these are worth anything. Like, you could keep that, I guess, for like faction wars. It's already level 16, so I'm just going to hold on to it. You can at least gear out something. I think he's going to have a problem with just gearing people. So 19, so that's gone. And then we have the rare, or the the really bad rarity gear. So not too much of it. No speed on there, and nothing salvageable there, so that's gone. All right, so 4-star gear, I mean, he'll definitely have some, but man, you don't want to have too much of this stuff. And just looking at all of these gear sets, like he has so many sets of stuff. He must be, his farming must be not focused. It's just all over the place. Like I see Ice Golem gear, Fire Knight gear, Dragon gear. So I can tell like yeah, there's gonna be quite a bit of work, at least with how to play the game like efficiently, or how to get maximum value from your playtime. 5-star gears are gonna be all keep for now. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to some of these pieces. I mean, it's not a good piece. None of these pieces have speed, so those are probably gonna be all goners. Quick look at crit damage gloves. So I noticed that like none of his champions have crit damage gloves. This is what your nukers need, right? So I actually see a 6-star crit damage glove with speed. Like that's huge for Relentless. I mean, that's huge. That's just huge for an offset piece. And then this Avenging glove is actually very huge too. No speed, but it does have crit rate on it. So if I were you, I would definitely look to level 16 max both of these gloves. And then you're going to slap those on probably Skull Crown and Rhonda. And look to fill her set with fill her lifesteal set with another slot here. In terms of oil, I would not bother oiling and ascending any of your gear because the gear is just not good enough. In terms of like stats to focus on, like you're just looking for speed and accuracy. Like you can see how many pieces of gear you actually have that are useful. Speed and accuracy. Like you have, like these two are like premium pieces for this account. Like you have basically nothing in speed and accuracy. This righteous set, I noticed you have a lot of righteous gear, which is going to be good because it's actually higher rarity. So anything with speed you want to try and roll up, you need to roll some of this gear up. So on the next artifact enhancement event, you need to roll some of this up. This is actually a good glove, HP main stat percentage with speed and res too. Since you don't have actual speed gear, you don't have much speed gear, although you do have some speed here. So I would like look to roll up some of these pieces, like, and try to get some lucky hits on these speed substats. Then they'll actually be useful. But what I would do is basically go speed, accuracy, and then see what pieces of gear you can actually roll up. Like speed, accuracy, and accuracy set, massive. Okay, so these are like pieces that are worth rolling up. If you have speed on them, good, worth rolling up. If it's in a good set, even better. This is actually a half decent chest, HP percentage with speed. And honestly, I would like really focus your farming. Like you should not be farming like much Fire Knight. You should not be farming much like Ice Golem. Those sets won't help you right now. Yeah, this righteous gear is gonna save you, like even just for the speed. So basically, Rhonda, if you want to just save some silver, keep her in the current build. Skull Crown, I would build her for damage. So you want fast, like 150, 160, 170, like at least 150. All your champions in any context should be at least 150 speed, like no questions. And then give her at super high crit rate if possible, and then high crit damage if possible. She doesn't need anything else. Like attack, she needs attack. She doesn't need accuracy, so just make her like somewhat fast, like high crit rate, some damage. Rhonda, she deals no damage right now. Like this amulet, why? You have a 5-star amulet right here. Level this out. Give her the crit damage amulet. This ring, like it's HP. Like, maybe you don't have an attack one. Like this is kind of bad, but sure, hold on to this. This banner, you got max glyphs on it. Like, is that necessary? But I guess it's your only ones, but it's useful. It can be useful, so it's fine. Her build is fine. Skull Crown, I would build it out for damage. She'll help you out killing waves. Bad L, this guy needs some speed, man. This guy needs speed, accuracy, big time speed and accuracy. Like You have no banner that works. Okay, fine, fair enough. No banner that works. He doesn't need attack. Like, he doesn't need attack, right? He doesn't hit particularly hard, so at least give him like HP. Give him an HP banner, or give him a banner with some speed on it. Any banner with speed, like roll some of these banners to 8. See if you can hit speed. Give it to him. Attack amulet. Okay, let me tell you this. Attack amulet basically goes on nobody unless you have a bomb champion. Like, I'll say that right now. Unless the only fringe case where the attack amulet might be better than a crit damage one for damage is maybe if you have like a quad crit damage roll. Like, that might be better on some champions. But for Bad L, just give him HP. Just get this, perfect. Or one with accuracy. Nope. 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 Yeah, so basically you're looking for like an HP amulet with accuracy. If this had accuracy, it would be great. It would be perfect. HP? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so Bad L, you want speed, you want accuracy. You want speed boots? Okay, let's take a look at the speed boots. It's gotta be main stat speed boot. What do you got here? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got in this account? Okay, that is like your best speed boot. It's on a nothing champion, not rolled up. Okay, why is there a 5-star speed boot on this guy, not rolled up, with crit rate, and Rhonda has a 4-star speed boot? Why? Why? Like, you know what I mean? Roll this to 16, give it to Rhonda. That's an extra 5 speed. And wow, you actually have 5-star speed boots. You have 5-star speed boots in Righteous. It's a 2-piece set that gives you plus 10% speed. Like, these are massive pieces. These aren't 6-star, but these are massive for this account because this account has no speed boots worth using. So forget about this 4-star. Just do this, and then just pair it up with some usable pieces. So Righteous, basically the Righteous set for you is like so huge, but you have to roll up some of the gear. Okay. So give these guys some speed. Give them some speed. 150, 160, 170 speed minimum. If you want to go 200, that's even better. Give them some accuracy, at least 150 accuracy, and you'll be starting to hit brutal. You'll be starting to do mid-level dungeons. Maybe even if you want to do level 20 dungeons, you need 200 accuracy roughly. Maybe you can use an aura. So just some advice, right? Like Artek, he needs accuracy. 150 here works, but he has no speed. Like, give him some speed. Yeah, so I mean, we see a common trend here. There's gear issues, there's gearing issues. They need masteries too. Artek, buy his masteries. Just buy it for him. You could even build him to be your main guy. Buy it for him. He can already like campaign farm. He can do Minotaur. He can do a lot of stuff. Let's check your dungeon progression. Alright, so you haven't been doing Minotaur. Makes sense because you don't really have like champions built out for like this, I guess. But until you can reach stage 14 or 15, you should be buying your masteries for your main champions so that those champions can carry you through content. That's how you should spend your first gems. Okay? So trying to slug through stage 11 and 12 farming masteries, that's a waste. That's not going to be very efficient for your time or your resources. So I would recommend going probably 800 gems into Artek and start gearing them out to be fast, accurate, with good HP, and he can carry you through content. Have Bad L heal your team, provide extra damage, support. Rhonda's also extra damage. And then Skull Crown can be extra damage as well. Ice Golem, stage 10, like that's fine. Wouldn't bother going any further. Spider, stage 10 is fine. You don't need to do 11. 10 is a good affinity. So go to 10. Whenever you hit 13, that's probably going to be a place where you farm quite a bit. Dragon, 17, that's decent. Once you have masteries and they're properly geared up, you can definitely do more. Dragon is the one where you want to get to 20. Start farming 20 seriously, and then you can gear out your first team of 560s. So that's really important to try to get Dragon going, because once your team is fully geared out, you can start hitting clan boss properly, even with a team that doesn't really make sense, if they are properly geared with masteries, they can probably top chess brutal without much difficulty. Fire Knight. Fire Knight is one of the more difficult ones, but stage 10, 11 is fine. You don't have to do too much more. Just do it for the missions. Gear from Ice Golem and Fire Knight you can forget until you start building out your roster a little bit. But Dragon's Lair, the gear from Dragon's Lair is very important for early game, like lifesteal, speed, accuracy, very important, until you actually gear out your first 5 champions. Sand Devils, do not even bother with this at all. None of your gear is worth ascending. Spending energy in here is a waste of time. Twins, okay, you got nothing here. That's fine. Don't bother with twins. Twins is a nothing content for you right now. Okay, so see, like I'm checking the shop and I'm buying these mystery shards. Is this open? It's not fully upgraded. This needs to be upgraded. If you plan to play this game long term, this needs to be upgraded. But I think first things first is you get masteries for, I want to say your masteries go on one of the nukers. Like Artec is great, but I want to say your masteries go on Rhonda, because Artec actually doesn't have books. So actually forget what I said about masteries on Artec. You probably want masteries on Rhonda, or maybe Rhonda. Can she farm campaign? I'm not sure if she can farm campaign. Have to think about this a little bit. Maybe hold off on the masteries for now until you can roll up some gear and then gear up some of these guys a bit more properly. See how far your gear goes. I got you a little bit of silver, like 1.8. Not a lot. We can go a little bit harder here, I guess. See what you got here. Yeah, I don't want to cream off too much. The 3-star stuff. You know, jewelry is a bit tricky because sometimes like even a 3-star is all you have. So I'm not gonna touch it. But basically, amulets, attack amulets, you're gonna dump. Attack amulets, you're gonna dump. Yeah, like these are all just free silver. You're never gonna use these. You're just gonna dump them. Night Rev. You're not gonna use any of this stuff. Yeah, that's free silver there. And then even like a resistance banner. Unfortunately, same idea, like the banner might be all you have. Anything with no speed at this point in the game is highly sellable. So a banner with no speed is like a huge negative. Resistance is a huge negative because you wouldn't use a resistance banner unless that was your only banner. So I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to let you remove it, check out your banners, your accessories, but that's free silver there. Accessories sell for more, so definitely check that out. In terms of your, sorry, I'm going to just double check your dungeons again. What are you running here? Yeah, this would be the team I run basically. I would probably slot like Skull Crown here, like in the future. Although KO is actually pretty good against the dragon. Although none of your champions have accuracy to place poisons. So as soon as you put accuracy on your poison dealers or your HP burner, you're going to start killing a dragon super fast. But right now I have no idea how you actually even kill the dragon because you have no accuracy on any of these guys. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, you have a team of 60s with good champions. It should be able to do 20 after some gearing, some masteries. And your clan boss team will improve as well after a proper gear and some masteries. So I think and if you feel like spending, if you're gonna buy shards, definitely save them for 2x events or wait for summoning events so you can actually like dip into some of these extra rewards. For example, you want to pick up some of these rewards whenever you can, but you kind of want to do it when there's like a boosted event. So right here, this is not a boosted event, this is like a 10x event. You have a 10x chance of pulling this if you get a legendary, which is regular rates, which are really bad. So what you want to do is you want to wait until the rates are doubled and then you have a chance of pulling a legendary. And even better is if you have a doubled rate plus a 10x rate to pull a certain champion that you want. So that's kind of what you're looking for when you're starting out, because the reason why when you have a 2x rate, your epic rate also gets boosted. So you want epics in your account, because when you're starting out, epics are actually really good because they don't cost a lot to book. Epic books are cheaper or easier to come by. Yeah, you have nothing. You have a couple chickens. And to be honest, next 60s, I don't really see next 60s here, to be honest. There's nothing here immediately that you can make 60 that will help you. Your first 6 champions here are actually very strong, but they need to be geared out properly. So that's what I would look for. You have 5,000 energy, do some dragon, and look through your gear. You know, gear out the, like, level up the gear that I mentioned, your righteous gear, crit damage gloves, speed boots. These are things that are really important. You want to add speed and accuracy on your champions that land debuffs, unless they say irresistible, like Rhonda. Rhonda says cannot be resisted. That means she doesn't need accuracy. So she doesn't need accuracy. This build is perfectly fine. It's just that she does no damage. Skull Crown, she doesn't need accuracy because you just want her to smack hard. And she's a good hitter. She's fully booked too, so you can definitely use her. Bad L, he needs accuracy to put his poisons. Otherwise he deals no damage. He just heals. Like this does no damage because he's not a damage dealer. He's here to apply poisons, buff your team, and heal your team. Artak, he puts HP burn, decrease attack. He needs accuracy. He needs the accuracy to place all these things. So it's just, yeah, a lesson in I guess stats over sets, and yeah, just things to look out for. Yeah, so I'd say like give yourself like a month, you know, run some dungeons, get some gear, level up some gear on the next artifact enhancement event, gear them out, work on masteries, you know, and then start. Yeah, you'll be way ahead. You have the champions, you just need a little bit of focus here, and try to work on faction wars. Like, yeah, try your best working on faction wars, but I wouldn't gear them out like this. I would not gear them out like this. Don't just put random gear on guys, because you need these guys to perform in faction wars to help your factions get up in levels. So like for example, there's nothing here. That makes sense. Like in the beginning you have nothing. Barbarian, like Owlscore can do stuff, but yeah, slowly work on this if you can. If you can't, that's no problem. But the material from these crypts are very important. Like the material, the perception material. Yeah, this stuff. Sorry, I moved my head. So this stuff, the material drops, very important, because that allows you to craft, and the crafts are, as you know from the righteous gear, crafts are so important for gear progression. Anyways, that's all I got for you, man. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, viewers, and yeah, what do you think Chris should do with his account? You know, he's definitely reaching out. Willing to learn. You know, maybe we can share some of our knowledge with him. Let him know what's up. Hopefully, I gave him enough to start. And yeah, and best of luck working with the account, Chris. Thanks for letting me do this video for you. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.